So, the Met Gala just took place last night, and if you're a fashion lover like me, you know we just have to talk all about it. Hey guys, it's Pelly and welcome to The Fashion Life. In this video, we'll discuss everything about the 2023 Met Gala, from the theme, to the trends on the famous stairs, to references, and more. Now, without further ado, let's begin. The 2023 Met Gala had what some will say was a controversial theme this year, Karl Lagerfeld. The famous designer is remembered for helping establish fashion houses like Chloe and Fendi, and of course for completely transforming Chanel into what we know it as today. But while a fashion genius, Karl made comments in the past that a lot of people found offensive. And because of that, it started a lot of discussions about whether or not he would make for a great theme. And I'm here to say, surprisingly, he did. Karl Lagerfeld, A Line of Beauty, was a theme that not only everyone understood, but could execute so well, so easily. It didn't take any extra brain power and there wasn't any pretentious deep meaning undertone to it. It was just fashion. This was a theme you couldn't mess up. And guess a lot of the time really separated the men from the artists. Let's break it down, beginning with the Karl Copycats. Karl Lagerfeld had his own signature look. He was instantly recognized by his white hair and short ponytail, as well as his sleek uniform that was always completed with his signature fingerless glove and dark sunglasses. So guess showing up as him or a variation of his signature look is to be expected, and what we received was actually very interesting. For the event, Cara Delevingne, who was one of Karl's favorite models and muse, showed up with a look by the Karl Lagerfeld brand that turned his famous white shirt into a sophisticated cape dress. It has all the Karl qualities but a lot sexier. And while Oscar winner Ke Huy Quan decided to cosplay as Lagerfeld, Jessica Chastain went as the female version of the designer wearing custom Gucci. She even went platinum blonde to enhance the look. Another Karl Copycat was Cardi B. The female rapper went for a more Cinderella route. Designed by Chin Ping, the chameleon embroidered skirt took inspiration from Chanel bags, while the top half of her gown paid tribute to Karl's famous uniform. Finished with long silver hair, this is Karl Dorella. And speaking of copycats, some guests even decided to come as Karl's beloved cat named Choupette. Doja Cat, funny enough, showed up in a jaw-dropping Oscar de la Renta hooded gown that had cat ears attached. But of course, it was her feline prosthetics that was all the rage. And while Erykah Badu went for an all-fringe attack to honor Choupette, Jared Leto, on the other hand, decided to come as the literal cat, arriving in full cat fursuit. And lastly, Lil Nas X also decided to honor Karl's cat, but in a more horrifying way, covered in metallics and pearls. This is something I would like to forget. Now let's move on to some popular trends from the night. It seems everyone knew the impact Karl had on Chanel because you couldn't escape any of the Chanel house code. A favorite of both Coco and Karl, pearls was seen on practically every celebrity such as Serena Williams, Kim Kardashian, and Young Miami. Then we have the iconic Chanel chain that was incorporated in ensembles worn by Lala Anthony, Jenna Ortega, and Rita Ora. Tweed, a staple of Chanel and completely transformed by Karl in the 90s, was also a must, with Anne Hathaway bringing a Versace twist to it, and Sora Choi and Tiana Taylor with the Thom Browne reimagined. And lastly, we have the iconic Chanel Camellia flower. From Olivia Rodrigo and Lee Win to Bad Bunny and Diddy, it might have been the most popular motif of the night. Rihanna actually showed up to the event wearing a camellia piece that went over her white gown. The all-white look closed out the carpet and was the last look of the night. While the House of Chanel coats were very popular, Karl Lagerfeld's own coat took center stage as well. We saw lots of black, white, black and white, making it one of the most monochromatic Met Galas we've ever had. We also saw Karl's favorite accessory, the fan, being carried by multiple guests, such as James McAvoy, Carla Bruni, and Conan Gray. Colors were also a hit, worn by Kendall Jenner, Glenn Close, and Stephanie Sue. Another trend from the night was archival and vintage pieces. First, we have Olivia Wilde and Margaret Zing going for the vintage 80s Chloe violin dress. Vanessa Kirby also chose Chloe, wearing Karl's iconic 80s back shower dress. Then we have Nicole Kidman and Gisele Bündchen pulling from their past. Both women collaborated with Karl on multiple occasions. Nicole rewore her gown from her 2004 Chanel No. 5 ad, and Gisele rewore her couture look that was photographed by Karl. One of the best archival moments of the night was Dua Lipa. The singer arrived in one of Karl's most iconic dresses, receiving a lot of praise online. There were also more vintage Chanel from celebrities like Jennie of Blackpink, Margot Robbie, and Penelope Cruz. Not everyone was able to pull from the iconic archives, so instead we of course got looks that were inspired by him. Here are some fabulous references. The Chanel Bride was a huge reference for many people. Elle Fanning paid tribute to the couture trope in the upcycled Vivienne Westwood piece. Alton Mason worked with the KL brand to transform himself into a male bride. He was the first black model to ever walk for Chanel and was personally selected by Karl himself. The look incorporated many of Karl's favorite things like broad shoulder and neck colors. Indian superstar Alia Bhatt opted for a pearl gown by Prabal Gurung. Covered in over 100,000 pearls, the actress perfectly embodied what it means to be a Chanel bride. Other celebrities with the same references were Ava Max and Maya Hawke. Other references were also from Chanel collections. Both Ashley Graham and Anita were inspired by 80s haute couture. Lizzo, who wore a black custom dress with a pearl bodice, took inspiration from 90s Chanel. Florence Pugh and Quinta Brunson's headpieces took inspiration from these 90s looks. Then Ben Platt and Harvey Guillen referenced the iconic Chanel suit, while Jack Harlow and Russell Westbrook took on the Chanel jacket. A$AP Rocky ended the night rocking a red plaid skirt just like Karl once did in the late 2000s. Other references not associated with Chanel is Olivia Werstein Karl's tote bag that referenced the designer's iconic tote bag from 2009. While Chloe Fineman and Janelle Monáe both reference Karl's famous cats by carrying cat-shaped items. Karl Lagerfeld's own brand, Famous Crispo, was also used as inspiration, being seen on celebs such as Lily Aldridge and Nicole Peltz. Lastly, Ice Spice, who was dressed by Balmain, had only one accessory on the carpet, and that was a camera, referencing Karl's love of photography. Overall, the Met Gala this year was a little more serious and very less costumey, which some people may find boring and underwhelming, but I personally thought it was great. A lot of people executed the theme well, or were just on theme, so thumbs up for that. But what do you think about the whole Met Gala event? What was your favorite look and what wasn't? Please comment down below. So this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more fashion related videos, and remember to keep living that fashion life. Bye!